All right, we're back in the kitchen again, and today we are making nutty hiking bars, as we'll call them, because they have basically made out of nuts and some other good stuff like that. So this is the first time I've actually made these, so we're going to be learning together. But always on the search for some more things that we can consume on the go that aren't prepackaged with all kinds of preservatives and sweeteners and things like that. So this is a recipe that we came across that looked pretty awesome, and so we're gonna try and give it a go. Now, I'm an emotional eater. I'm also a bored eater, and I like eating. So the ingredients in this, they look like a good combination to be a good, tasty kind of a treat / also kind of give you some of the good fats and things like that. They're going to help you feel not quite as hungry. So ingredients are as follows. We have our ½ cup of regular dry almonds, ½ cup of, let's see, these are always called, yeah, that's right, cashews. I always want to call them something else. These are cashews. Here's something I've never really bought before. These are pitted dates. So we also have 2/3 of a cup of pitted dates. I had to search around for these. It took me a while to find these. We have a 1/4 cup of the dried, shredded, ground, basically coconut. So this is not your sugared candied coconut you use to put on cakes and stuff. This is just straight up coconut. And last, don't tell anybody, this is our dark chocolate, 1/4 cup of dark chocolate. Now, we're not gonna get into it, but dark chocolate is not as dangerous as you might think necessarily when it comes to as a bit of a sweetener in your food. So, but we can talk about that later another day. Vanilla extract for some flavor, and of course some salt. So recipe is, oh, and all these things I found in the bulk section at the grocery store. So pretty easy to come across, nothing too crazy, and we're gonna put it together, see what happens. All right, instructions tell us all these things just go right into the blender. So food processor, the good old blend tech. So almonds, cashews, pitted dates, and coconut. Well, I take it back, not everything. The chocolate you kind of save off to the side. You throw a little bit of vanilla extract in there, teaspoon, which is usually a capful, and they said a pinch of salt. So give ourselves a bit of a pinch of sea salt for some savoriness, make it savory. And we're gonna grind it up. Now we're gonna see what happens. I love the blend tech, does a really good job usually. The downside is that things can get stuck to the side if it's really kind of sticky. They have the nut jar, which is basically the same jar, round jar with a little thing that turns and keeps everything off the side when you're doing peanut butter or almond butter. But today we're just gonna do some pulsing and just grind it up. So it says to grind it up till it becomes a nice granulated pieces, not so far as it turns into kind of like a doughy ball, because each one of these nuts, when you grind them up, hence it'll turn into butter, the natural oils that are released and the small particles will basically turn it into this nice, lubricate it so that it becomes kind of more sticky. And I'm guessing the dates are gonna do the same thing. So let's see what happens. Here we go. I might have to do a little spatula-ing. Here we go. We're getting there. I see some chunks down here. I'm just going to take it off and shake it up. Whoops. Shake it up. Break up these chunks on the side. Gets a little bit of heat in there and gets them sticky. I want these bars to be perfect because it's the first time I'm making them and it's on camera and it's got to be perfect. Oh yeah, I can already tell they're going to be nice and sticky. It's going to be good. Come on. Couple more times around. You could probably do the same thing with, instead of putting chocolate in, you could probably put raisins in. I know they're kind of the same thing as dates, but they're also very naturally sweet, obviously because they're grapes. But we're gonna stick to the recipe and be purists this time, right? Because we have to. All right, so it says, go ahead and throw the mixture in the bowl. I'm gonna have to get my fingers in there because, as you can see, it's kind of gotten the good old Blendtec blade in there. My camera's shaking like crazy. It's almost started making butter. But, nope, this is gonna be great if we can get it out. But, so kids are starting school again, and I've been trying to think of some snacks that we can do to send them along with them, or what can be something that's a little bit tasty but good for you. Not to get on a soapbox here, but I just can't stand it when I go to the grocery store and I see all these like Lunchables and all these prepackaged things that, you know, convenience for parents is good because it's fast and it's easy and the kids like it because it's kind of fun to have little prepackaged things. But I just can't believe that they're good for you at all. So we have our sticky kind of dough. Throw our chocolate chips in there. Mix it up. And then it says to go ahead and, I think it says to wet your hands. And I'm not quite sure what that means other than I'm gonna get a little bit of moisture. I'll throw some water in here in the bowl so that maybe things will stick a little bit better. So if I make a bar, I'm gonna try and think, okay, what would be a good bar? A bar might be the Quaker Oat size, maybe not Quaker Oat, but like Quaker whatever brand size granola bars. It's not really a bar, it's more of a pod. There you go, it's a pod. And you put these in the fridge and they'll even harden up a bit more so that they're easy to, they hold on to their shape. Now another thing you could do is take this and put it into like a 9-inch pan and spread kind of like a brownie pan, spread out our mixture. And oh yeah, I'm making bars, not squares. And maybe on some wax paper. And then you just cut them up into squares and pop them out, kind of like lemon squares. Oh, lemon squares. Oh no, we're not here to talk about treats, we're here to talk about healthy-ish snacks. So again, just having this be mostly made out of nuts and the dates and a little coconut for flavor. I mean, you could do a lot worse for a snack when, you know, I'm excited for these because when I sit down and I edit for long periods of time on the computer, I sometimes get bored and I eat when I'm bored, which isn't good. And a lot of times I'll try and do like carrots because those are easy to snack on. The problem is they're super loud. Honestly, they're loud. When I'm trying to edit to somebody talking or music, I have to do it in between chews. So it's a little bit crumbly. That may just be because I haven't gotten enough of the oils going here. Oh, you know what? I haven't wetted my fingers either, so maybe that'll help. A little bit of moisture. We'll get them going. Looks like we got 1, 2, 6 bars so far. We'll go for a little mini bar. As Andy would say, it's just my size, Dad, just my size. They're all in bed right now, so don't have any help from the kids. So there we go. So throw these in some Ziplocs, sandwich bags, put them in the fridge. Easy to grab. Oops, hands are a little slippery. Rinse off my hands real quick. So here we go. And that one, it's got some good chocolate chips. So let's see what it tastes like. Yep, it's gonna be a keeper. It'll also be great after a race. Actually, it'd be awesome to throw some raisins in here. Some dried cranberries maybe. But again, trying to avoid anything that throws sugar on top of it. So 2 thumbs up for me. I'm calling them Nutty Nutter Hike'n bars. Makes me want to go hiking. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like these. And also, hi, if you want to hop over to our Facebook channel. If you want to hop over to our Facebook page, you can have a real-time discussion with us. We love talking to people. So again, subscribe wherever the button is nowadays, and go over to facebook.com/forcex2, and you can say hi to us. We can't wait to talk to you. Awesome.